Hi, Princess Lee here with another Transgirl CNC where we talk about comics, cartoons, and other awesome nerd shit. Now, last time I believe I said we'd be talking about the Runaways, but due to a couple of things, we're actually going to place that on the back burner for a few weeks. But don't worry, I promise you'll have all the information you need to know about the comics in order to jump right into that new comic that's coming out in September that I'm super excited about, that I hope you're super excited about. One of the things that is keeping us from that particular video is that book you see behind me. That's the previews book for the month of October. So next week, I'll be letting you know what I think you should be taking a look into come October. This week, however, we're talking about one of my favorite franchises of all time. We're talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra. And I am just so excited because specifically we're talking about Legend of Korra Turf Wars Part 1. This comic book is amazing. I am in love with it so much. I've read it twice already. I'll probably read it a third time later, a fourth time. And look, I'm going to keep reading and reading this comic because January is a long way away while we're waiting for Part 2. This comic is great, and we're going to talk about all the neat technical stuff that I personally appreciate. And then we're going to be talking about spoiler stuff. I'll let you know before we jump into the spoilers, because this did not come out everywhere. It only came out to comic book stores last week, and really for people who pre-ordered it, plus some extra overstuff for anybody who's just stopping in to see if it's there, if they have it. And so I would definitely suggest checking out your local stores, seeing if they have any left. But don't fret if they don't, because it is coming out for Amazon, Barnes & Noble, bookstores everywhere, August 8th, which is next week. So be excited! I'm excited, and I can't wait to tell you why I'm excited. So, as mentioned, I really do love this comic. This is brilliantly produced, from the story to the artwork. It is just probably one of my favorite in the series of comics that come from this world. Now, this particular comic is written by Michael Dante DiMartino, who is half of the Avatar writing team. The other half, of course, being Brian, who did supervise and oversee parts of the comic, definitely added in his own inputs. So the story is really great. I really love the Avatar, The Last Airbender comic books. I wouldn't change a thing about them. They're very special to me. I love them. I own them. Wouldn't change a single thing. That being said, one of the reasons I do like this a lot more, other than it's just Legend of Korra, because I love Korra a lot more than Aang, for reasons that we don't have to get into. But I do love Korra, and one of the reasons I really love this story is that Michael, knowing the world so intimately as he does, he created it, helped create it, he brings a rich knowledge of history about the world. And he adds things that only him or Brian really could add because they're the ones who know it. And that's so good. It's so good. Sorry. So the story is really flowing, and it picks up right where the cartoon left off, so it's really just picking up in continuation. I mean, I would even suggest watching the last season and then picking up the comic book and reading it, because it'll feel just like jumping into the next episode. Really. And that's just part of the flowing narrative that I think this has an advantage over the Avatar comics. Not that the Avatar comics aren't great and aren't flowing. This one is perfect, in my opinion. The art is done by a new artist. Her name is Irene Coe. She's been doing comics for a while. She actually got offered the gig kind of out of the blue, and her art style is very different from the Avatar comics, and I think that is a good thing. Let me explain why. Just like Korra isn't Aang, her art style isn't Avatar style either. It's different, and it's the same for the comic books. I think Korra needed her own art style, and Irene's style is a little like it's sketchier, and it's sketchier, and I don't think I can explain that any better than it's sketchier than the comics, the Avatar comics, and I think that really works for Korra because it just really fits her personality and her style, and I don't want to say it adds to it, but it does add to it. It's just her. It's her vibrance, I guess, is how I would say that this art style, what it brings out in the story, in Korra herself, in the world itself. The colors are amazing too. They really pop when they're supposed to pop, and when they need to convey a mood shift and a mood change, or what the mood's supposed to be, the colors really add to that and bring you where the scene needs to be. Where things are bright and happy, they're bright and happy, and when things are a little more dour, they have a little more brown tone to them. When things are supposed to be kind of scary, it's a comic, they're darker and more passionate, and I think that is just good. It's just good art. It's good art in a good book. Irene doesn't do the coloring, and I do unfortunately forget the name of the person who is doing the colors, and I'm so sorry. I'll have that next week. It'll be the first thing I say. So it's at this point where we've talked about all the great technical stuff, why I think this is a great book, just technical alone. We're going to be getting into the story now. I don't mean to clap like I'm so excited, but I'm so excited, and I keep saying I'm excited because I just want to convey how excited I am. So, if you haven't read the comic book yet, if you're waiting to pick it up, if you're waiting to find it somewhere, you're waiting till next week, then definitely pause here because I don't want to spoil anything for you. If you don't care about spoilers, keep watching, of course, if you've already read it, and you just want to know my opinions on the stuff going on in here, keep watching. If you just want to know what's going to happen, so you know if you should pick it up, or if you shouldn't pick it up, I would say you can keep watching. I can't control you, obviously, but I really think that you should save that for yourself. I think you should, it's so good. So, we pick up, here we go, spoilers. Boom. Alright, so we pick up right where the last episode left off. Korra and Asami in the spirit world. They have this, amazing, great vacation in the spirit world. I was like, what are we going to do first? And Korra tries to take her to do, everything. It doesn't quite pan out for her, but, the vacation's great until a giant rock spirit tosses them however many hundreds of feet, yards away from itself, and they lose all their supplies, so they have to go back. And I guess that's exactly how a Korra vacation would end. I don't know what else to say about that. There are 2 kisses in this comic. That's I've been I don't want to make this all about their relationship, but I'm so excited for their relationship that I can't help but talk about it, and I want to talk about it a lot. There are 2 kisses, and they're both great, and they're both appropriate. They're right where they need to be. One's they're just happy to be together, and one's where Korra's just happy that Asami is okay and safe, and it's just yes. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so excited, but I can't help but be so excited because I've been waiting for this. Korra and Asami visit her parents first. They use the spirit portals to go to the South Pole, and Korra's I can't wait to tell my parents about it. And Asami's yeah, we could tell them, but maybe. And Korra's no, this is going to be great. And it is kind of okay. Her parents are very happy for them, but they're maybe you should, keep it on the down, that'd be cool too. And Korra takes offense because, this is... Because of reasons. It gets explained reasons. Kaya explains it that water tribe people just kind of like to keep their private lives private, sort of. So, her parents didn't mean any offense, but Korra doesn't know that. And that's kind of Korra all over, is that she is very brash. And if she has an opinion and she sticks to it, and if somebody's opinion doesn't mesh with her opinion, she's obviously going to clash heads. And that kind of happens, so that's okay. Then they go to Republic City after kind of, speaking, like, Korra's like, oh, I didn't even, think about how you might be feeling about that and stuff like that. It's a great moment because, the relationship isn't perfect. They have minor bumps, and that's to be expected of any relationship, and I think that adds an element of realism to the relationship, and that's great. Of course, we get back to Republic City, and Korra immediately is thrown right into the thick of things, kicking out a guy who wants to turn the spirit world into, like, an amusement park, which is dumb AF. It really is. Like, the spirit world is, you don't go playing in the spirit world. You can go, if you're the Avatar, you can go on fun dates. I guess it's abusing the spirit world, too. Korra finds out that nothing's been done about the people who were displaced by her opening that spirit portal right in the middle of the city. She didn't even mean to open it. It was a life or death situation. The spirits are like, you should close this portal. And Korra's like, no, I think it's a really great thing. Just trust me. And the spirit's like, fine, but you're tasked with protecting it, and if stuff goes down, it's going down. And later stuff does go down. Bolin has joined Mako on the police force and trying to round up the triads, apparently exploding a huge portion of the city, created a power gap, and because it kind of wiped out a little bit of the territory of some of the triads, so now there's a power struggle, which is neat, and I can't wait to see more of that in January when the next volume is coming out. And Bolin being in the police force, Mako is just like really the next logical step for him, and I think that's handled really well. We're introduced to who's going to be the villain of the series. His name is Tokuga. I'm probably mispronouncing that. But that's okay. Sorry. And he's an interesting character. He's the leader of the Triple Threats now. He ousted the old leader via killing him. I don't know if he is a bender at all. He never bends in the comic. He instead uses hook swords, which Bolin ruins, and he uses chi blocking as well. So he could not have any bending whatsoever, and it's really neat that he's leading the Triple Threats. I'm so excited. Getting to other things, and this is kind of where I'm going to talk about why Michael writing, he's able to add that richness of story, is that we get a lot of things that we thought as headcanons kind of confirmed. Kaya, she is at the very least bisexual. She's had a girlfriend, and that's why she explains to Korra and Asami that, the Water Tribe is how they are. Like, because she knows at first that Korra and Asami are in a relationship because, she's been in similar relationships, and queer people just kind of notice other queer people. It's how we are. It's how we're built. We learned that Kyoshi herself was bisexual, and we always kind of had a feeling that Kyoshi was queer as all get out. I don't know why we thought that, why we had that feeling, but we were right, and that's amazing. It's because they explained that, the Earth Kingdom isn't super accepting. Even Avatar Kyoshi, they make a lot of headway into that. And the Fire Agents, even worse off, or at least they were worse off. Sozin was like, hey, you can't do that. Sozin. And we find out that the Air Nomads didn't give a fuck. They didn't care. If you loved a man, if you loved a woman, whatever, so long as you were happy in doing what you were doing, Air Nomads didn't care. And we always kind of knew this. We always had a feeling that if anybody didn't care, it was the Air Nomads, and it was nice to just be validated in all these things. It's so great. It's so great. Bolin's super excited for Korra and Asami, and I think Mako's okay. I think he has a lot of feelings that he's not talking about because Bolin's just like, and Mako's super happy for you too, because why wouldn't he? Because I am, That's how Bolin is. Tokaga gets infected by a spirit, and that's kind of how the comic ends, is he's taking over a corporation because the corporation hired him to attack the portal, and it didn't go well for him, and that's kind of where the comic ends. So, boop, sorry, talked about the ending. This comic's great. I can't wait for the next installment. I hope you're all loving it. What did you think? Let me know in the comments below. I wish I had more time to talk about that, but my phone's getting to the point where it's like, stop recording. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Fire Princess Lily, and until next time, enjoy comics, enjoy cartoons, and I'll see you in the next video.